All right, welcome back everybody to our part 2 video for this time multiply and divide with one-step equations. So that is what we are going to focus on today. If you still need a little bit of help with addition and subtraction, go back and watch my previous video. So same rules apply as before, just added one more thing. Thought about it over the weekend and felt like rule 3 needed to happen. But rules for adding, subtraction, multiply, and divide. The first, they're all pretty much the exact same. It's just identifying what operation are you starting with and then which one do you go to. So first we want to isolate the variable. We want it on its own. So for example, we want like up here, we want x on its own. X is equal to everything else on the side is where we want to be. So we want to isolate the variable. And we do that by using the inverse. So if we see we have addition, we are going to do subtraction. If we have subtraction, we're going to do addition. And then if we have multiplication, we are going to do division. And then on the flip side, if we see division, then that means we solve the variable by doing multiplication. So what we want to do, step 2, we want to use our inverses to solve for the value of the variable. And then step 3, we want to always go back and double check to prove that the value that we put in is in fact true. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at a couple examples. So we'll start on the left side for division, and then we'll go to the other side. So if you want to pause and then test yourself to make sure that you got everything on your own, you're more than welcome to. So first we have d over 4 is equal to 5. So we see that we are starting with division. So that means we have to multiply, and we cancel those out. So all we have is d is equal to 5 times 4. And that gets us 20. So how we double check our work, 20 divided by 4, does that get 5? Yes, it does. And we know that 20 is in fact equal to D. Second question, with this one, we need to identify getting the variable by itself. So like last time, we multiply by 9, cancel that off. So we have t on its own. We have 3 times 9, which gets us 27. And we need to double check our work. If we have 27 divided by 9, does that get us 3? And yes, it does. So we know that t is equal to 27. Another example, if it's on the flip side, and remember with these, it doesn't matter if we're solving on this side or this side, we just need to isolate the variable. So same thing, we need to multiply by 8, and we multiply by 8, so we have L is equal to 56. We double check our work, and we have 56 over 8. So if we have 56 dividing 8, that gets us 7. So we know we are good to go, and we box or circle our answer. One that I wanted to go over here is if we have a fraction, and with these, we may think, ooh, as soon as I see this division sign, we're thinking keep, change, flip. In this case, all we are doing is just changing when we are bringing it over to the other side. We're just changing this to multiplication. We're not doing the reciprocal of this. So when we do that, we multiply by 2/3. That gets canceled out. So all we have left is p. And then we multiply by 2/3 on this side. So now there are 2 ways that we can solve this. We can multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, and we can simplify, or we can look for our diagonals to see if we can simplify anything. And in this case, we totally can. We have 3 divided by itself is 1, and 9 divided by 3 gets us 3. And then we have 2 and 10. 2 can cancel itself out. We just leave 1, and 10 divided by 2 gets us 5. So P is equal to 3/5. And if we wanted to double check our work here, now we could go into 3/5. Now we just want to reset it, if my pen will let me, 2/3, and we want to make sure that it gets us equal to 9/10. So now we go keep, change, flip. So we go keep 3/5. We multiply, and we do the reciprocal, which gets us 3/2. And so now we look to simplify anything we can't, so we just multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, and we end up with 9/10, and we have 9/10. So we know that 3/5 is the solution for P. Now, going on to our multiplication side, now we have 48j is equal to 6. So now what we have to do is isolate the variable, and we have to divide by 48 to get itself on its own. So we divide by either 1/48, right? So we just have j by itself, and then we just go into our times table. 6 times 8 gets us 48, so j would be equal to 1/8. And we can take this and we can plug this back in. If we multiplied 1/8, or 48 times 1/8, we do in fact get 6. Another one that we may have, we just have it here. We have to divide by 5. That gets canceled out. So all is left with, oh my goodness, is x is equal to 10 divided by 5, which gets us 2, and 2 is oh my goodness, 2 is equal to x. So then if we replace 2 where x is right here, and we just multiply 5 times 2, we would get 10. And that's a way that we can double check our work. Last one, hopefully my pen works. We divide by 3 to both sides. That gets canceled, a, and 9 divided by 3 gets us 3. So then if we plug 3 back into a, 3 times 3 gets us 9, so we know 9 is equal to 9, so we know that a is equal to 3. So that is solving multiplication and division with one-step equations. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put it down below, and I will see you in the next video.